In December, a team of 6 paper airplane experts from China absolutely obliterated the world record for paper airplane distance, moving that record from 289 feet to over 322 feet. That is the equivalent of throwing a paper airplane farther than the entire distance of an American football field. So let's see that throw. The plane I'm going to teach you in this video is called Firefly 5, which was one of the prototypes used in development toward breaking the world record, but it's slightly different than the world record plane itself, which is a secret held only by the members of the team. No one else knows how to fold it. But they did describe the world record plane to me as basically an advanced version of this plane. And you can see from the world record plane shown here, the geometry of the two planes is basically identical, and this plane flies exceptionally well. So I do want to offer that disclaimer, but this is basically the world record plane from my understanding, with apparently very minor differences. Now, I do want to say, if you support me on patreon.com/foldableflight, you can download and print off a template to make this plane look even cooler. And I'm willing to make a deal with you on this video. If you like and share this video enough that it gets over 1 million views, I'm going to release this template for free, and you'll find a link in the description of this video. So please do your work, share this with all your friends, and let's get folding. Now, this plane was originally designed from A4 paper, but you can also use US letter paper if you trim 3/4 of an inch off one side. And you're also going to need a ruler and a pen or pencil, and then tape is optional. And we're going to begin now by folding this edge here to this edge over here. Just crease like that. And then you'll open your paper back up into this position here. And we need to measure 15.6 centimeters from the bottom if you are using A4 paper. If you're not using A4 paper and you've trimmed your US letter paper, I'm going to leave measurements for you in the top right corner for the rest of this video. But all of the measurements I say out loud will be for A4 paper. So that's 15.6 centimeters from the bottom edge there. And then I'm going to flip the paper over and fold down, and I'm looking for that mark. You can see I found it. I just roll it right into place, tack that down, and now I want to line up my center crease with the center crease of the layer behind it and crease straight across the paper like so. Okay, now I'll flip it over, and I want to measure half a centimeter from that edge right there. And then I also want to measure now 7.5 centimeters from this edge. So 7.5 centimeters. And I'll mark the top edge right there. And these are going to be our reference points for the next fold. But I'm flipping the paper back into this position, so my mark is on my left edge here. And the first thing I'm going to do is fold down, find that half a centimeter there, just make a pinch crease. And then I'm going to look and find my mark here on that edge, tack that down, aim right for that mark there at the center, and fold between those 2 points. So you can see the crease I made goes right from one point to my other point, just like that. And now with the paper here, I just fold it in half like that. And you can see that does something a little weird right now. It doesn't lie flat. But basically what I want to do is line this side up so this edge lands right there and this edge lands on the edge behind it. So I'm just book matching this side of the plane to the first side. So it should look like that. And then we'll open the paper back up into this position here. And we have another measurement to make. So this one is from the top edge here, and it's going to be 6.4 centimeters. So I'll rotate it just so it's easier for me to see. 6.4 4 centimeters is right about there for me. And we're going to use that now. I've rotated it here so that we've got this edge. And we're going to fold. We want to make our crease right on that line. So I just kind of look from the side of the paper. I'm moving my head so I can see into the side of the paper here. Make a little pinch crease. When that's in the right spot, then you can fold the rest of the way just like this. And your paper will look like this. If you flip it over, you can see that went past our previous top edge. And now we want to apply the creases we have here to our top layers. So I'm just holding everything together tightly and folding on the crease I already have. Just like that. I'll unfold, do the same thing on this side here. Hold all the layers tightly together and fold right on the crease you already have. No new creases except on this top layer here. And you can see if we consider only these layers here, this crease here basically lands right on that crease behind it. And if we fold in, again, just these top layers, at the same time we can make a rabbit ear fold. And we just kind of push this section that stands in the middle here to one side. And these sides here will not close. Don't worry about that right now. So we're just holding these layers together, pushing that to one side. We'll stand it up, push it to the other side, trying to hold those layers tightly together. And then stand it up again and do what's called a squash fold by pulling out on both sides and kind of tapping the point right there, and then land this crease here right on the center of the plane. Just like that. And now I'll open it up, and we want to just reverse this diagonal crease and that diagonal crease on both sides. And you don't leave it here, you just kind of train the paper to fold in that way. No new creases there. And now we'll just flatten the paper back. And I want to fold this edge here to land basically on that diagonal crease. Again, hold your layers tightly here so they don't slip. And you're leaving just a tiny gap between that edge and your crease. So it'll look like that. And I'll do the same thing on this side over here. Okay, we're getting close at this point. So now I'm going to go ahead and just unfold each of those. And I'm going to start kind of closing things up here. And you want this section to go inside as you close those layers up. So that's why we reverse those creases. They go inside just like that. And there's this kind of odd moment here. Can you see, if you close it up like this and this is pointed down, that's actually not what you want. If you release it a little bit, you can flip that so that when you close up on the other creases, that actually comes on the outside. So everything, here's what it looks like. I'm closing it up, and I want that on the outside. That becomes a nose lock. Land your center crease on this here, right between the two wings, and then just flatten everything together. Just like that. And you can set your plane flat on the table, and I actually like to have the point toward me here. And I can curl both of these layers, just kind of cupping them like that, and tuck them into that pocket behind. But you want to try to keep your plane as flat as you can while you do this. I'll pick it up to show you what I'm doing here. We're tucking that layer in behind, just like that. No new creases. We've already got the crease we need there. Just flip it over, kind of cup these, and tuck them into that pocket behind. Just like that. Okay, we have another measurement to make. So I'll grab my ruler here. And this one is measuring up from this corner right here. It's going to be 4.9 centimeters. So right like that, I'll make my mark. And I'm going to go ahead and actually flip the paper over and make a mark on this wing as well. Okay, so the next step is to fold right from the top of our nose lock here to this point here for the wing. And that can be a little tricky to get right, but start at the front where the layers are really thick and kind of curl them. And then you can kind of estimate, I'm looking at my point right there. Okay, I've got my crease basically in the right spot here, so now I'm going to make it nice and sharp, right like so. And then once you do one side, you just flip it over and fold your other side to match. So now I'm actually just trying to land this corner on the corner behind it so that my two wings are identical. And there you go. You have a finished Firefly. Now there are a few more things you should know about it. One is, if you throw this without tape, it will fly, but you're going to need to bend the back edges of the wings up a little bit in order to do that, because it really dives down without tape. If you tape it, you can put a little tape there, a little tape here, a little tape along this edge, and a little tape right there. And that will be highly similar to what they used to break the world record, and you may not need to bend the back edges up at all. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and good luck flying your plane. Thank you so much to all of our patrons for supporting this channel and making videos like this one possible. If you join the Foldable fleet, you'll get to watch each of our monthly live streams, and you can become the pilot of your favorite paper airplane. Your name will appear beside it when I thank each of our patrons like this at the end of each of our videos. So head over to patreon.com/foldableflight and join the Foldable fleet today.